Hey guys, I am back with another chat video, and I have been going over in my mind how I really wanted to start this video. I do have several things that I want to chat with you today. I've got my notes right here, but I think you guys know what I'm thinking about right now, and that's the Las Vegas shooting. And it's one of those things. I'm horrified, I'm sickened, I'm saddened, I am angry, but other than just saying those descriptive words, it's just like, what do you say? I mean, praying for the victims, praying for their family members, and I know everybody wants to know why, but even if we ever find that out, it's not going to make a difference in what happened. So I feel like that, yes, you want to know why this happened, but no matter what that answer is, it's never going to justify what happened ever. It is so horrific, and I'm just so saddened by what happened, and um, I don't know what else to say about it. I will tell you that I'm getting really also I want to say irritated with what I'm seeing on social media. I feel like when this first happened and came out, a lot of people were on the same page, and then as time has gone by this week or has moved on, people are just starting to do this on social media. They're fighting. They're making it political. I've even seen conspiracy theories on it, and I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, this is ridiculous what I am seeing. I know that everybody has an opinion. They are welcome to their opinions, but at this point, I'm like, let's just support these people at this point. Let's support them and hold them up and pray for them. If you can donate, donate. This is what I think we need to do as a country instead of having these fights about politics and gun control versus non-gun control. I mean, I just like, let's just unify as a country right now, and that's just my feelings on it. I know that everybody has a different opinion. You're welcome to your opinion, but I just kind of wanted to share mine today, and just keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. That right now is the most important thing, and stand behind the victims and support them. And with that being said, I realized that I could dedicate the whole video to it, and I don't want to feel like I don't want to come across as being insensitive, but I do have other things to discuss, and I know that a lot of people watch my videos to hear the other discussions and just to see what's been going on my weeks. So I am going to talk about a few other things, but I just wanted to start out with, keep them in your thoughts and prayers right now. That's what's really important at this point in time. So I thought I would move on to eBay right now. I've had a great eBay week. There has been one thing that wasn't really happy about on eBay, but I've had a great week. As of Monday, I had sold 5 things. So when I filmed the last video, I sold some stuff on Saturday later, and then by Monday, 5 things had sold. I'm ecstatic about that. Just really, really happy about it. But then on Wednesday, I get an email from one of my buyers, and she's like, she bought a denim skirt for me. And she's like, do you take returns? It doesn't fit me. And this is the thing. Initially, I was like, I have it twice in my listings that I don't accept returns. One part, I put it in the description box, and then there is a part where you can just click on a button that you don't accept returns. It's in there twice, and I do get extremely frustrated when people don't read the listings. Read it carefully, ask questions before you decide to buy. That is just across the board what should be done. So but when I read her email more in depth, initially I was irritated, but I read it more in depth. So to do the returns, the buyer has to pay the shipping back. I think that's just eBay's policy. So she's paying the shipping, and then she is willing to take $10 less than she paid me for it. So I still will get to keep $10, and she's paying the shipping, and I can relist the item. And I will tell you, there was a lot of interest in this particular skirt, so I do feel that I can resell it pretty easily. And you know what? So I decided that I would take her offer and let her return the item. And I will tell you, I was just feeling like I need to be more generous on that topic. In the past, I've never taken anything back, and some of the reasons being were it is what it is. I say I'm not going to accept the return. You're buying the stuff as is. And it's just frustrating. And some of these buyers who have asked for a return have just been extremely rude about it. I'm not even going into too much detail, but one accused me of selling something fake, which was completely erroneous and horrifying that I would be accused of that. So I have had to deal with a few, not many, but a few bad buyers before. But she was very kind about it. She basically was like, it just doesn't fit me. I get that. So, you know what? I was like, you know what? I am going to let her return this item and just be nice about it, because I just feel like I need to be more generous about things like this and do what I can to help somebody else out. So anyway, that happened. But so I ended up selling, I guess you could just say 4 items, since I'm going to be doing the return. So that is great. And I still could sell more items today. So hopefully that will keep up. I did have about 50 to 60 listings fall off on Wednesday night, and I was like, no, that excuse me, that's one of the problems with putting a bunch of stuff and relisting them all at the same time. So I decided to relist them until I wasn't going to be charged listing fee. So it let me get to around 80, and then I did relist, I think maybe 3, and for a couple reasons. I started listing them and didn't notice that they were charging me. And then I was like, oh, there were some things I really want relisted and other things I didn't care about, and I ended up relisting the things I didn't care about as much. Oh, I know, this is a stupid complaint. It's completely stupid, but I relisted some stuff that I thought would sell and ended up paying listing fees, which that hurt a little bit. And I did drastically reduce a lot of prices on some items. I've had them listed for months, some of them years. I have one skirt on there that I tried when I was still selling on Poshmark. I've tried to sell it on Poshmark. I've tried to sell it on eBay. There has been no interest whatsoever in this skirt, and I'm basically about to ready just to give it away. It's like nobody wants this thing. So I had it listed for like 20 something bucks. I lowered the price to $10. I don't ever want to sell anything under $10. I've done it a few times, not many, but 10 is my basic minimum. So I lowered the price to $10 on a lot of things, and I'm like, let's just get rid of it. If it doesn't sell in a month, I'm donating a lot of the stuff. So that's kind of my eBay week, but I did overall have a really good week. I'm very pleased about it, and I'm very happy about my eBay week this week. You know, and the one minor thing was not that big of a deal whatsoever. It was nothing to get upset about. I wanted to tell you, I've been meaning to tell you this, and it's one of those things I had it written in notes before, and I'm not going to go into too great detail about the situation, but I just wanted to talk to you about answered prayer. And I know that I have people that watch me from all across the world in different places, probably different faiths, different religions, but I'm just going to talk about it. It's my channel, and if this bothers you or you don't believe in it, you can skip over it. But there was a situation that I started worrying. I'm a worrier, a big worrier. I hate that about myself. I just wanted to put that out there. I worry and I get really sick, and it causes anxiety. So there was a situation I found out, I want to say it was around maybe November, December of last year. And I will tell you, this is not a health situation. This is something that doesn't affect me health-wise. I'm just going to throw that out there. But I'm not going to go into too deep detail of what it is, because that doesn't really matter. And so I heard about something, and I was like, oh my goodness, I started worrying about it, because this was going to really affect my life if something came back negative on this. And so I started praying about it, started doing everything I could to help the situation, physically and mentally is not the right word. Just when you do something that you think can help. So I started doing something, really working hard that I thought would help the situation. And then I didn't know when it was going to come. I just didn't know when, but I knew it was coming. And so I got basically an email, and was it March, late March or early April? And then I got physically sick when I read this email. So I knew what I had been worrying about late 2016 had finally arrived around April of 2017. And so I responded, I did what I needed to do, and then I want to say 3 weeks ago, I ended up, it's taken care of. I did a whole lot of praying about this situation, and I want to say around May though, or June, after, I was praying a lot about it. It was my biggest concern in my life, I would say, about that time. And I got this peace that just came over me after praying, and I, just kind of put it out of my mind and didn't worry about it. And then about 3 weeks ago, I got an email that everything was fine. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. That was a huge answered prayer. So I wanted to tell you about, even if you are praying for something and it doesn't happen immediately, mine was almost a year before I got the answer. And I mean, 10, 9, 10, 11, yeah, almost a year, about 10 months, 10, 11 months or so. And, it wasn't immediate, and that's the way prayer happens sometimes. Sometimes you do pray for something and the answer is no, it's just not going to happen. That does happen as well. And sometimes it happens immediately, and then sometimes it takes a while. But I will tell you about that time in May or June, I just got a peace that just came over me that was like, you don't need to worry about this. I got this. I didn't hear a voice or anything like that, but it was just this feeling that it was like just complete and utter peace about the situation. So I've been meaning to share that with you. Please forgive me for forgetting about it. Sometimes my memory just ain't what it needs to be. I will tell you that. So another thing I'm kind of sad about this, in the whole scheme of things, I feel like that what I feel is not that big of a deal about a lot of things now after last Sunday night, Monday morning, when we started hearing about Las Vegas. But I feel, I keep referring back to that. But when I say I'm upset or sad about something, that really doesn't have a lot of meaning lately this week, especially with what I'm saying I'm sad about. But just take that with the stipulation that I just said right there. But I got an email that the olive oil store in Nashville is closing. That's one of my favorite stores to go into. I don't go often, but I love that store so much. They have fabulous olive oils, and they're closing the store. Everything is 30% off, so I'm planning on going today and getting some olive oil. And anyway, that's something that is going on. It's not that big of a deal, but I am a little sad about it. So I don't know if anybody has watched my other channel, Karrie's Vlogs and Hauls. I don't even do anything with that channel anymore. I pretty much don't even read comments on the channel. I just don't even log on. I just quit using that channel. Sometime, was it this year or last year, I just quit using it. And I've got some embarrassing videos on it. They were some of my very first videos that I ever did. But I did an olive oil video on that channel where I reviewed a book, and then I filmed in the olive oil store. So that is, I'm just obsessed with olive oils. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but that is another thing about me that some of you may have never even known about. I am obsessed with good olive oils. Be very careful where you get them. And stores that are supplied by Veronica Foods are the stores to go for. And though there are these olive oil stores that are scattered across the United States, I don't feel like there's enough of them, and I'm very saddened that the one in Nashville is closing. But if you can get to one of those stores, you can trust that olive oil there. It is good olive oil, so keep Veronica Foods in mind. And then there's one supermarket olive oil that is really, really good, and it's California, is it Farms or Ranch? California Farms or Ranch. The bottle is green. It has like a lighter greenish cream color label on it, but California is in the names. You can get it at Walmart. I've seen it at Publix. I've seen it at Target. So that's another olive oil that you can trust as well. That was recommended by the book I read. And the book was Extra Virginity, the Sublime something of olive oil. That's, just Google olive oil books, and the Sublime is in the name of that book. So it was a really fabulous and fascinating book to read about olive oil, and now you may have learned something about me you didn't know, and that is I'm obsessed with olive oils. Another thing that I am planning right now about videos, and I have been asked to do like a fall lookbook. And those are some videos that are kind of difficult for me to produce because I do have to have help with those. I usually get my mom or my dad to help me film. Neither one of them has any experience other than me putting the camera in their hands and say, film me right now. So, it is a lot of work, and then I have to go, you know, I want to go out somewhere instead of just doing my normal outfit videos where you see this door behind me. I know this is not that attractive, but it's easier for me, and I will admit to becoming complacent with my videos. And it hit me the other day. I have to challenge myself in these videos. I want to make them better. I really and truly want to make them better, but I have gotten complacent and I'm taking the easy way out, being honest with you guys today. So I do want to come up with better videos, but with that being said, with a lookbook type video, I do have to get help on that. So I am going to try to film like one outfit today and maybe a couple more in a day or two, and go to different places. And so I'm going to try to get my mom to help me today. My dad will help me in a couple of days. And then we'll see if I get a fall lookbook. This one is going to be, I thought about it and I've got ideas of what I want the outfits to be. Some of them you will have seen in other outfit of the day videos, like a casual or a Sunday one. But for this particular lookbook, I'm thinking all casual outfits. I'm really into casual looks right now, and thinner sweaters. I love those looks. So am going to be working on that. And then another idea somebody gave me, they were wanting, I can't remember the exact question, but it was something to the effect of, will you do like a, oh shoot, I don't know why I can't remember it right now, but what, it was something about doing like suggestions, modest clothing suggestions. And so what I kind of decided to do is take different topics. So right before I filmed this video, I filmed one about cashmere sweaters, and regardless of the fact of what you choose to wear in your wardrobe, everybody can wear a cashmere sweater as long as it doesn't itch you, or scratch you I should say, well, as long as it doesn't itch. And so I think they're great. So I did a video about those, and because of the fact that the ones I have are relatively new, I do want to come back in a few months and do a review of the quality. I think that's just fair. And then I'm going to do, I'm thinking maybe a fall idea for shirts, not just cashmere sweaters, but do a video maybe to say these are some suggestions I would look at for fall type shirts for your wardrobe. If anybody trusts my opinion, you know, take it and run with it. If you don't like my style, that is fine as well. But I think you can take some ideas. You may not get the pieces that I'm going to show you, but I do think you can get some ideas from it. So that is an idea right now that I'm thinking about. And then let's go ahead and get into the puppies really quick. It has been a morning, let me tell you. Chanel has thrown up, I want to say 2 or 3 times this morning. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's just feeling bad. And then Coco and Chanel had a domestic dispute this morning. Chanel was refusing to eat her food, and I was like getting a little bit worried about her. So I gave them treats to try to get them to see if she would just eat a treat. And then Coco just ate hers immediately. Chanel took hers to the bed, and she covers her treats up when she doesn't want to eat them right then and there. And Coco got too close to where Chanel had hidden that treat. It was in their bed that they share. And Chanel just tried to attack Coco. And Coco has been very clingy. Her tail has been tucked. She has not been happy. So I do have Coco in my lap. I'm not going to be able to hold them at the same time. They're holding a little bit of a grudge right now. So here's Coco, and then I'm going to go get Chanel. She's just sitting on the couch right over there. And Coco's just got her feelings hurt this morning, and right now she is scared of her sister, so I'm trying to keep them separated. So let me go get Chanel. I have Chanel right here, and she is still feeling poorly. We did go for a walk. I was going to just leave her in the house, but she got so excited when I said walk that I went ahead and took her. I normally would never leave her behind. I learned my lesson after taking them shopping separately to PetSmart, and Chanel had a meltdown over that. So I always want to take them at the same time. Chanel does get a little bit of separation anxiety from Coco. And normally she is the sweetest and lovingest dog, but she got so angry when Coco got near her treat this morning. And she is feeling a little poorly, so y'all just have some kind thoughts towards Chanel right now. I do think she's going to get better. It's just a weird tummy issue. Every time I have taken them to the vet, me panicking as a doxy mom, nothing's been wrong. They just got, some tummy issues. They just kind of like vets, like it's normal, they'll get better. So, and they, the vet's like, they're in great health. It's just some issues at this particular time. So, but I'm hoping she'll feel better tomorrow and I can get her to eat some more food. She just didn't want to eat her breakfast this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.